Hey guys, welcome back to Phil Plays TCG. Today, we'll be talking about the newly revealed leaders for FB08, sorry if I can talk right today, Saiyan's Pride. It is the set 8 of Fusion World releasing on December 12th of this year. Wow, we're eating good. Next month, we have the manga booster set, and then we have the, in December, we have FB08. So it's a really good time right now for Fusion World. We're getting a lot of new product, and hopefully there will be some changes. If you saw my previous video talking about FB07, I basically talked about how the meta is changing. We're starting to see some changes, but hopefully this manga booster set as well as set 8 will hopefully make the significant changes we need in the format. So without further ado, if you do like Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. We're trying to get this channel to 3,000 subs by the end of the year, and I appreciate any and all support you guys are willing to give. Thank you so much. So we got 5 new leaders here, and a lot of people were of course talking about, you know, what could they possibly be, since this set is all focused around Saiyans, of course being Saiyan's Pride. And for red, we have Son Gohan Adolescence. You know, we saw from some of the cards revealed that, of course, we were going to get a teenage Gohan, and specifically, I believe this is him from the Broly Second Coming movie, which I bet you can guess which leader also got revealed. But let's talk about Gohan here. On his front side, he is a 15k body with, when attacking, draw 1. He awakens at 4 life. Basic stuff. Next up, we have his awakened side, which is 20,000 power. When attacking, draw 1. Activate battle. During your turn, once per turn, switch 2 of your battle cards that include Sun in their character names in your battle area to rest mode. Your card that is in a battle gets 30,000 power for the battle. Then, if your opponent has 4 or more life, draw 1. Sorry, if I can read properly. Dyslexia. Then, if your opponent's life is at 4 or more, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So, a lot of words here. Basically, what I'm getting at here is that you have to tap down 2 of your cards that include Sun in their name. So like Sun Gohan, Sun Goten, Sun Goku. And then you get to boost one of your characters by 30,000 and deal 1 damage to your opponent via burn damage. So, interesting. This really doesn't work though if your opponent has less than 4 life, which does suck. This means that you would want to awaken your leader as soon as possible. That way you can take advantage of this, swinging in for huge amounts of damage, up to 40,000, so up to 50,000 damage with Gohan, because it does say any card that's in a, okay, so any card in battle. You could do that with your leader. You can do that with, I'm sorry, cards that in your battle, your card that's in a battle. Okay, so it is any card, including the leader or battle cards. Now, once your opponent is at less than 4 life, yeah, this ability really doesn't do anything. It doesn't deal the damage, but you are still able to swing very, very big with Gohan, which is very interesting. So, okay, I'll take that. I'm excited to see what kind of support we get. This is the leader I'm probably the most excited for. It's Goku Jr. I wasn't expecting a Goku Jr. leader at any time soon, but we do got one. This is a 15k leader. When attacking, draw 1. You awaken at 5 or less life, which is awesome. That's super cool in my opinion. You can awaken a little bit earlier than most. By the way, this is the black leader. Sorry, I didn't mention that at the beginning. On its awakened side, it is a 20k body with a permanent skill. Increase the cost of cards with Goku's lineage in their special traits in your battle area by 1. And when attacking, draw 1. So not a whole, like, this doesn't have its own special ability. It's just a permanent skill that increases the cost of all of your Goku's lineage cards by 1, which I love Goku's lineage support. Holy crap. In Dragon Ball Masters, Goku's lineage was like archetype they released in set 4, and they very rarely ever introduced support for it, but I loved the Goku's lineage stuff. Goku's lineage and Masters basically was allowing you to play bigger cards for cheaper. You have a 1-cost card where if you swapped it back to your hand, you may play a Goku's lineage card with a higher cost from your hand for a specified cost, which was very, very fun. They did introduce a Goku's lineage, Son Goku Jr. card later on that acted as like kind of like the best leader for that Goku's lineage support. But the fact that we're getting it so early is awesome. Now, I wonder what kind of, how they're going to build that archetype, if it's going to be something similar. But the fact that it increases all their costs by 1, I mean, I'm very curious to see the support. It's really going to heavily depend on the support, I feel like, but I'm excited. Goku's lineage, hell yeah, I'm in. And of course, we got Gohan from the Second Coming movie. We now have Broly from the Second Coming movie. 15k body on the front side when attacking, draw 1. His awakening is at 3 or less life, so he does have to awaken a little later. On his reverse side, he is a 25k leader, so yellow finally has their 25k leader, and of course it's Broly. Makes sense. Permanent. If you have a battle card with a cost of 5 or more and Saiyan in its special traits in your battle area, your opponent cannot attack with battle cards unless they switch one of their active mode cards to rest mode. Activate main once per turn. If you have a battle card with a cost of 4 or more that includes Broly and its card name in your battle area, switch one of your energy to active mode. So he restands in energy as long as you got a Broly, and he's got a built-in floodgate. That is crazy to me. So not only he's a 25k, so he's going to be stronger. You have to put more energy, put more effort into getting him, attacking him. You also have to worry about his ability. If you have a 5 cost or higher Saiyan card, okay. I'm trying to remember like 5 cost Saiyan cards. All I keep thinking is like Frieza cards. So I have to look back at the list of cards to see what cards would work for this. But the fact that he has a built-in floodgate, which automatically is going to lower your opponent's chances to attack. Interesting. Once again, this is going to heavily depend on the support, so we'll have to see what comes out of it, but I think that is a really interesting ability, for sure. Now we have Green Turles. Did not expect this, honestly. 15k body on his front side, he draws on attack and awakens at 4 life. Then, on the back side, you have a 20k body. Permanent, if you have 5 or less energy once per turn, you can use Fruit of the Tree of Might without paying its cost. When attacking, draw 1. So, of course, it is going to heavily rely on the cards of the Fruit of the Tree of Might. Makes sense. Hold on. Gotta see he's coming. Sorry for those listening with headphones. Oh, God. Sorry, my allergies are killing me right now. So, Turles, right off the bat, we've seen in Dragon Ball Masters how powerful Turles decks can be right out of the gate. So this is going to be very interesting. I can imagine the Fruit of the Tree of Might is going to either like boost the attack power of cards, maybe draw more cards. It's okay. It's going to heavily rely on whatever the Fruit of the Tree of Might is. So okay, cool. I dig it. And finally, we have our second female leader of the game. We have Caulifla. Blue, 15k body. They're bringing back Crit. Oh no, Crit. This character, during your turn, this card gets 5,000 power. So it'll be a 20k leader on your turn, 15k on your opponent's leader. No drawing. That sucks. It also awakens at 3 or less life. So low life awakening. That's kind of scary. The backside, though, is interesting. When attacking, draw 1. Activate main once per turn. You may tap 1 energy and discard 1 card from your hand. Choose up to 1 battle card with Universe 6 and its special traits in your battle area and return it to its owner's hand. Then, play up to 1 battle card with a cost less than the chosen card by the skill, a different card name, and Universe 6 and its special traits from your hand. So I'm not going to lie, when I first read this, I thought this was ass. Like, awful. Like, why would you even... Like, this is such a bad ability. But talking with my brother, and actually we're going to bring up the conversation here, he helped me look at it in a different light. So maybe I can hopefully translate this. So basically, this is going to be a aggro strategy. As each turn goes on, you play a higher card, then save it and play a weaker card. You just keep moving up. You'll play a 3 cost, use your ability to put it back into your hand, and then play a 4 cost. You'll play a 4 cost, swing with it, use this ability, put it back into your hand to play a 3 cost. You then swing with that 3 cost. As long as you're swinging with bodies that have can swing in for lethal, like 20k bodies, you're always going to be good. Turn 3, you play a 3 cost, and then you bring it back to your hand to play a 2 cost. Turn 4, you play a 4 cost, then save it to play a 3 cost. Yada yada. You're always saving the card you play the next turn for the effect. So yeah, on turn 3, you'll play a 3 cost, swing with it, and then bring it back to your hand to play a 2 cost. Then the next turn, you can play a 4 cost, bring it back to your hand, play the 3 cost that you played the previous turn. So you're saving your cards by this method and then just playing them again next turn. My only problem is you have to discard a card each time. So you swing with a card, discard a card, bring the card back to your hand, and then play another one. So you're ultimately going negative in hand one card per turn, if I'm doing the math right. So this deck would need to have a lot of cards that let you draw, so you're able to keep replenishing your hand. Because not only do you have to discard cards from your hand to use your ability, you also have cards that you have to defend from your opponent's attacks, especially since you awaken at pretty low life. You could also just take all of your opponent's hits and go down to 3 life fairly quickly and then just have a stockpile of cards in hand. That is another option, but it's still weird to me. It's just like, but unless you are, let's just swing it 3 times per turn. I'll see. But unless you get something wild, you're essentially swinging three times per turn, as long as your opponent has an answer to the card you left on the board. Yeah, it's a weird strategy. Once again, we're going to have to see the support, because just alone this ability seems cool, but at the same time there's a huge downside to it. You need to be able to draw enough cards to defend yourself and use your ability. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. But those are the 5 new leaders releasing in the FB08 Saiyan's Pride. Let me know what leader you are most excited for in the comments down below. As of course, you're a resident blue player, I am going to have to try Caulifla out, see how well she does. But I'm not gonna lie, the Goku Jr. card is probably the most I'm excited for, because Goku's lineage is just a very fun archetype. You can understand why. But guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know what leader you're most excited for down in the comments. What archetype do you think will reign supreme from this set? And make sure to like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.